We define adaptive systems as complex interactive systems in which individual units interact and change behavior in response to the needs of the user. In our current hostel billing system, each hostler has a monthly subsidy of $15. Due to lack of effective monitoring, people end up using greater than the amount of 15 and pay an extra amount. But what if there were a way to actively monitor the amount of electricity consumed? And is there something else, a utility which can be provided to users to control their energy usage and manage situations such as over or underuse? Drawing inspiration from carbon emission trading, our system sets a cap-off on each apartment. This cap-off is equal to the number of inhabitants times $15. The system monitors the usage of energy within this group and gives them the opportunity to trade power peso with other apartments. There are 88 apartments in the SUTD 6 Degrees hostel and an estimated 480 students stay there. This amounts to $7,200 or 27,692 kilowatt hours in allowance for energy. If no more than $7,200 are spent in a month by the hostel on energy, we would consider our system to be effective. Since this system is made up of groups of people, and the factor affecting the success or failure is user behavior, we decided to test the human impulse. We ran a program on people's laptops that monitors the laptop's usage in an accelerated time frame and gives them a live feed of their energy consumption. If their peso value drops to zero, they have overused and their computer shuts off. Later on, users were introduced to the trading post and allowed to trade their power pesos. Based on scenarios introduced, the behavior in the marketplace was also observed. Let us now look at some of the simple behavioral changes that we observed. We took 5 users and showed them the energy consumption and peso reduction with respect to the number of active processes. Over a few rounds, we observed that the number of processes that the users kept active began reducing. A monitoring system which gives a constant feed of energy usage will bring a change in user behavior.
Set your own standard, set your own expenses for the electricity. It's something like prepaid. Exceed your commitment, you will face the penalty of having to buy from other people, which means you are paying at a more expensive rate. At the same time, it also allows you to still use your electricity in times of emergency because you still can purchase it from other people. That's why it's not so imposing, while it gives you the deterrent that you need in order to start saving electricity. The fact that you can play in the market makes it very educational, especially for us college students. This kind of project will expose us to a very business kind of world. So yeah, I suppose that's a very interesting concept.
Our exhibit prototype is an interactive model of our system. There are 2 representations of apartments with energy-consuming LEDs. A visitor can switch these LEDs on or off, and depending on the number of LEDs switched on at any one time, the energy usage increases and the power peso number decreases. Depending on the usage, the visitor can either trade with the person in the other apartment or with the electricity provider online.
Moving forward, we hope that we can at a later time, after acquiring the needed skill set, build such a system and implement it in the hostel and potentially in larger scales.